found out my family's inheritance test was actually fraud. Used it to destroy my greedy uncle. The FBI agent sat across from me, sliding photos of forged documents across the table, while my Uncle Theodore watched from the interrogation room next door. Your family has been doing this for how long? She asked, and I told her everything about our 70-year tradition of testing heirs with fake deaths. It started with my great-grandfather, I explained. He wanted to see who truly loved him versus who just wanted money. Every generation, when the patriarch turned 75, they'd fake a terminal illness. Lawyers would announce an inheritance preview, where family members would receive what they'd supposedly get after the death. Hidden cameras recorded everything. Those who celebrated, quit jobs, or went on spending sprees, written out of the real will. Those who grieved, who visited more, who cherished time over money, they'd inherit everything when the actual death came years later. That's fraud, the agent said. Wire fraud, mail fraud, conspiracy. I know, that's why I'm here. Uncle Theodore had failed the test spectacularly. When Grandpa announced his fake pancreatic cancer last year, Theodore threw a party. Not a subtle one. He literally posted on Facebook, "Terminal diagnosis equals early retirement for me." He got his inheritance preview of $2 million, quit his job, bought a yacht, divorced his wife to avoid splitting assets. Even had the audacity to tell Grandpa to hurry up because doc fees were expensive. What Theodore didn't know was that I'd been documenting everything for years. See, the tradition wasn't just illegal, it was destroying our family. Cousin Amelia had killed herself after being written out for selling precious family heirlooms during her preview. My own brother hadn't spoken to anyone in 5 years after his humiliation, but Theodore was the worst. He'd actually tried to speed up previous deaths. Grandma's fall down the stairs, great Uncle Rupert's accidentally doubled medication. All coincidences until you saw the pattern. Your uncle tried to poison your grandfather? The agent asked. The fake illness gave him cover. Who'd suspect poisoning someone already dying of cancer? I'd caught him adding something to Grandpa's coffee. I had it tested. Enough benzos to cause fatal respiratory failure in an elderly man. That's when I decided the family tradition needed to end, and Theodore needed to burn. But here's the beautiful part. Theodore had gotten greedy during his preview. He'd used the fake inheritance documents to secure loans for investments, claiming he had guaranteed money coming. $20 million in loans based on forged documents he thought were real forgeries. So he committed fraud with fraud? The agent asked, while attempting murder. The investigation revealed everything. 70 years of tests, millions in fake transfers, tax evasion on money that never existed. The whole family was implicated, but I'd gotten immunity for whistleblowing. Theodore got 25 years. The loan companies seized everything. The yacht, the houses, the cars. His ex-wife got half of nothing. He destroyed his life for money that never existed. The judge called it the most elaborate case of intergenerational fraud he'd ever seen. But the real kicker came during sentencing. Grandpa, very much alive, attended. Theodore screamed at him, "You destroyed me! This was supposed to be tradition." The tradition, Grandpa said quietly, was identifying the greedy. You just proved why it existed. Then Grandpa turned to me. You ended a toxic tradition that claimed 5 suicides and 3 murders over 70 years. That's your real inheritance. He died 2 months later. Really died. Left everything to charity except for one thing. A letter to each family member detailing their behavior during their preview. Theodore's was published in the local paper as part of the court records. It read, "You celebrated my death while I was still alive. Now you can mourn your life while you still have one." The tradition ended with me, but Theodore's sentence? That's just the beginning. At family reunions now, what's left of them, we don't talk about inheritances. We talk about Theodore, serving year 3 of 25, writing letters begging for commissary money from relatives he wished dead. Nobody sends him anything. That's our new tradition. The FBI agent kept one photo from evidence. Theodore on his yacht, champagne in hand, the day after Grandpa's diagnosis. She framed it in her office as a reminder that greed and stupidity often sail together. I heard Theodore's cellmate is a Forex scammer who talks constantly about his own fake inheritance. Theodore has to listen to him 18 hours a day. Sometimes karma has a sense of humor.